All right. So, Demarcus,
Chill.
my main man, the apple of my eye, and
You're
the
so
cotton
sweet.
that I'm picking. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Work is as stressful as it has been. I had a meeting with one of my higher ups and was able to talk to them about like the stresses I've been feeling. And it's the place we are at. There's nothing really anyone can do to like really alleviate the stress that the well, I won't say the entire company, but all of the people working on this particular project is feeling. Um, but this too shall pass. I'm still showing up, even if it's only to get paid. Um, me and my girl had our first real, not real big, but like had our first little spiff fight, whatever you want to call those things. And
Okay.
yeah. Um, but we definitely it took a while because I know for me personally, like me, when I genuinely, it takes a lot for me to have a fight with someone. It takes a lot for me to be in conflict and be at odds with someone, first off. So once I'm at that point, or once you choose to be at that point with me and force us into this place of conflict, it takes me some time to like fully detach or fully recover from that. And it takes some work on the other person's part for me to help me get there. Because when I care about you and we find ourselves in conflict, it's usually because like there's no conversation being had. And so it really feels like fuck me. You know what I'm saying? And even if I make a mistake, like there's a certain way, and this is probably my failing. Like when I always give people I care about a certain amount of grace. And when I make a mistake and that same amount of grace isn't extended to me and you jump off into your emotions and it's like, yo, you did this shit because you hate me or you just a fucked up person or whatever, it really affects me because I really don't like for my character to be questioned because I am very careful and very intentional about how I present myself and how I handle people because that's who I am, and then for you to question my character is just like, bro, like we really ain't got to talk no more for real. But if we were able to have a few conversations over the course of the week, and we're back in a good place.
So, what is this tip about? Is it about homecoming? About, your secret rendezvous at homecoming?
I didn't have any secret rendezvous at homecoming, but it was about homecoming. So
Uh, uh, uh. Okay.
I didn't
Like,
have any. I told you I didn't have any rendezvous.
yeah, you did tell me that, but I'm not gonna be fighting with my boo about a non-secret rendezvous that I didn't have. So what's this fight over?
Like exactly what I said, like character, and you know, like we've been dating for what 6-ish, 7-ish months, 6-8-ish
Months.
months. And I feel like that's enough time to know a person and to know and to know who they are somewhat. And so if I make a mistake and then you call me out of my character or place these accusations in front of me that are clearly, you know, clearly, you know, in antithesis of who you've come to know me as, who I've presented myself to you to be, then that really pisses me off.
So she had a question of your character. It just wasn't one specific thing that happened.
It was just like oh, I feel like I feel like I feel like not like no, like you did this shit for this reason, and you just fucked up, and I'm just like that's like that's not true though, and none of that in it was in I think the for me the salt in the wound is like you did this shit for this reason, you're a fucked up person, and I don't even want to talk about it, and it's like so you just get to come in here, say how you feel, and call me out my name, and but you don't want to have a conversation. It's like, no, it's too late. You done started the conversation. Like we're having a conversation now because you done said your shit, and I can't say my shit. Nah, bro. If you weren't ready to talk, you shouldn't have said nothing at all.
So obviously you don't want to talk about what happened, like the root cause of it all on air. But are y'all still together?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it was a small thing. It was a
Hmm.
small thing. It got blown out of proportion because of like, egos and whatnot. I know I'm a very powerful person. And I'm also a very sensitive person. So,
You are, that you are.
I take stuff to heart. So, but I will like I said, if you have a conversation with me, we can get through pretty much anything. But you gotta come to me to have a conversation and not to make accusations.
Okay. So work has been stressful. Girlfriend has been stressful. I'm sorry you're dealing with all this stress.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
and then the podcast, man, the pod has been, we've been in some topsy-turvy things with the pod. How are you doing, Jared?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm
Really?
actually doing fine. Today I saw Captain Marvel.
Oh shit. How was that?
That it was more funny than I thought it was gonna be. The fight
Hmm.
choreography was amazing.
Okay.
And yeah, the
You saw
post
Captain Marvel or you saw the
the
Marvels?
Marvels, the Marvels.
Bet, 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 bet.
And the how can I smell your weed from here?
How can you I
I
don't smoke
know,
weed, Jared. What are you talking about?
true. And yeah, the post credit scene like had me leaping out of my seat because
Hmm.
the people that they show, the person that they mentioned, like I had a flurry of emotions. Like I don't want to say anymore because you're gonna know who it is. But
I'm gonna go
yeah,
see it
the
either way. But maybe you don't want to spoil it for the viewers because it just came out. So
yeah,
save
yeah.
it a little bit.
But the yeah, it was much funnier than what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I am there. I'm in the movie theater and I'm by myself. I got my smoothie from the Smoothie King. I got my book bag full of candy. I got my cookies.
They let you
Like,
walk in with a Smoothie King smoothie?
well, I had it in my book bag. Like I had all my not for
How
movie
do you
theater
put a
items
Smoothie
in my
King
book bag
smoothie in your book bag and it not spill?
because nothing else was in there, and I was walking slowly.
Mm, mm.
But yeah, I got all that. I'm like, my book bag's over here, all my confident items over here in this seat. No else is in the theater. And this guy comes, he's like looking around like he is looking for a seat. I'm like, oh, okay, well, is this one or this one? He said, it's this one. And he sits by me. I'm like, oh, this guy smells so good. And
Huh?
he was cute and he wore glasses, but and the whole
Hmm?
time yeah, and the whole movie, I was just like, this guy smells incredibly good. Well, he smells like a
Was he
man
gay?
that bathes. But
Was he
yeah,
gay?
I don't know. We didn't talk like that. But like we
You should have made
laughed.
some. You should have made some little chit chat with him.
So what would
You
you
should have been
say?
like, "Did you see that?"
I mean, we laughed together. There weren't any like, there weren't any like, oh, did you see that moments
Mm-hmm.
there in the movie? But yeah. But like the whole time during the previews, he was just on his phone, and
Mm.
like I would look at him, then he would glance, and I would look away. But yeah, that's
Playing the shy guy, I feel it. That's a solid tactic.
I am the
Tried
shy
and
guy.
true.
But yeah, so nothing happened with that, but I wish it did. I really wish it did.
You
Other
should have
than
did.
that,
It's just like went to like put your hand on the armrest, but missed and like brushed his leg, and then like, oop, my bad.
I gotta do that next time. I gotta do that next time. Yeah.
And see how he respond. And if he's
All
just
right.
like, "Oh, you good?" I don't know. Y'all better than mine. You know what a gay response to that
All
would
right.
sound like.
Thank you, cause my hand was all on his armrest. Like I was waiting for him to bump into me, but he didn't at all. So
Mm.
Um, other than that, I have been playing this new game called Octopath Traveler 2. I picked it up for the
Arthur who?
Switch. Octopath Traveler 2.
Okay.
It's
Tell me
an
about the
R
Octopath.
it's an RPG by Square Enix.
Hmm.
I mean, it's fun. That's good. It's gonna waste a lot of my time in the upcoming future. But yeah, I still gotta do those two missions in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know why I haven't done those yet. I just don't want it to end, but yeah, I gotta
Mm.
go ahead and do them.
Yeah, go ahead and finish that game, bro.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm about to start playing Avatar Legends,
Why?
the tabletop RPG game for Avatar.
Oh yeah, that. Did you see? Okay. Go ahead and talk about. Go ahead and talk about it.
So I don't know if y'all are familiar, but the Avatar, The Last Airbender, has a tabletop RPG that was like one of the most successful Kickstarters, or for its time or its kind or whatever. And we about to start playing it at work. We just did our like inciting incident, like the incident that like pulls all of the characters together. That so that's gonna so the next time we meet up, we're actually gonna be playing the game. So that's super
Mm.
exciting. Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped about that.
So tell me about your character.
My character is which one? Because each character is like falls into an archetype. Um, and mine is the it's not the chosen one, but it's like the chosen one. It's his whole thing is that he has this great destiny or this great responsibility to fulfill, and his struggle, and like instead of like D&D where everything's about like attacking and fighting and who's the most powerful, whatever. This is all about like internal, like your balance within yourself and the balance within the world. So my character struggle is between being like this paragon of his family, upholding the traditions and responsibilities, and like having freedom and being able to be his own person and live his own life.
Mm.
He is a firebender.
Okay.
He comes from like a royal, like an offshoot of the royal family. So what I'm saying, like Prince Zuko's like fifth cousin twice removed or something like that. Far enough down the line to where you ain't got to really get involved in this no like no real squabbles for the throne, but close enough to where it's like, oh, you kind of you got some pull.
Okay. So why do you choose firebending? Is that the one you would choose if you were?
Mm, if I could choose, I don't know, man. I don't know what I would choose because all of them are dope. I think I would choose if I could choose. I would choose air. I would choose airbending because I feel like that's closer to who I am as a person. But I think if I were just like if I just got bending, um, it might be fire bending.
I think you're a rock bender. I don't know where you got air from. You got air from your imagination because you are a
You think
rock.
I'm stubborn? You think I'm stubborn and unmovable
Very,
like the earth? Hmm.
very. I think you're
Maybe that's just
hard
with you,
headed.
Jared.
Huh?
Maybe that's just how I act with you.
I've seen you around other people. You act the same with other people for the most part.
Bold and charismatic.
I mean, if that's what a rock bender is, then yeah,
No, I think
I think
that sounds more like a firebender to me. But you're entitled to your opinion,
and
even
and
when it's
you're
wrong.
and you're a Scorpio, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's an earth sign too, right?
Is it? I feel like it's not an earth sign, but it could be. Hmm.
Yes.
Scorpio,
Oh,
Pluto.
it's a fixed one of the water group. So
It's a
they're as
water sign.
stubborn as the earth, as the Taurus. Yeah.
Scorpio is a water sign. You said.
Yeah.
So I might be. So I might be. If you're going by birth chart, I might be a water.
I don't think you're that either,
Hmm.
but um cool. Cool.
But yeah,
Cool.
this ain't
Cool.
about bending.
No, this is not. Um, Demarcus, I want to
I want you to talk
liven.
about the.
What you
Oh,
want to talk about?
I wanted you to talk about the turbulence that we've been having with the pod and what that has led to.
Okay, so dear listeners, I know that you have really liked to hear me, Demarcus, and our third co-host, Lorante, on this podcast, but Lorante has informed us that he does not want to be here anymore. It's just too much. And he has actually missed the last three because, according to him, it was too much. I guess that it's my fault that he's
Yeah,
not here anymore, but
I think y'all really do be playing the blame game when it comes to like stuff like that. Y'all like, oh well, you did this. Like, well, you didn't tell me this, and I'm just like, bro, do it really matter? Like, what we just need now is a resolution to move forward. But that's neither here nor there. I don't think that's the reason why he doesn't want to do it anymore. I think it's really that he's he is hella busy. He has his full time job, his other full time job, his two kids, and like all his family stuff going on. Um, and so like the phrase that stuck out for me, the statement that stuck out for me when we were talking about it is like he was doing this as a favor, and I was like, what? I was like, a favor for who?
yeah, yeah, that so we had a meeting and that entire meeting, like I couldn't even say what I had walked in there wanting to say because, he was just saying things like that, like don't do me any favors if it's going to disrupt your time, your energy, your patience. Like I was just over it then.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, that just that I mean, we're just telling y'all what happened, letting y'all know a little bit of the behind the scenes action. But yeah, I don't think that he will be a part of this podcast moving forward. I think that y'all just
But
gonna
I
have to.
thought he said he would do like I thought we were gonna have him like come on for like random episodes, like a special guest or something like that.
I mean, he was supposed to be here on a random episode tonight, and he is not here, even though he texted and said that he would be. So I think that we don't need to put any more energy into him. I think that he needs to go and be great elsewhere.
Yeah. And for the record, there's no love lost. Lorante is still our brother from another mother. He is with us in the bond. Um, you know, if y'all if you know, you know. And we gonna see him when we in Atlanta and shit. We gonna still fuck with the man. He's still our boy. Just not our boy on the pod.
No.
So we might talk shit about him on the pod, but other than that, we good.
Yeah. But anyways, Marcus, let me just liven it up a little bit and let me put you on to something that really tickled my funny bone and made me feel happy when this was on air. This is actually on Freevee, which is the free version of Amazon Prime that anybody can watch. And it's actually up for a couple of Emmys. It already has won awards, but it is called Jury Duty. And what it's about, let me tell you what this is about. So it's about this one guy, and everyone around him is an actor while he attends a trial in Los Angeles. So he is the only guy who's not in on the joke, but the judge is on it, the witnesses is on it, all the jury is on it, and it just shows like how he's navigating through this ultra wild and crazy thing that they call jury duty. Like it's hyped up to the extreme. And the producers did a lot to this poor little man over that 2 weeks. But yeah, it's called Jury Duty. It's so funny. It's like The Office meets The Truman Show meets Parks and Rec. Like it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Have you heard of this
Is
show
it live
called?
action?
Yeah. It's live
Mm.
action.
Hmm.
Um, so have you heard of this show called Jury Duty?
I haven't. I have not at all.
Oh, you will like it. If I had a boo, um, and that is one of the shows that I would watch with my boo. But yeah, you have got to see this, like, and you got to like let me know what you think because this
Hmm.
show was so hilarious to me. And the guy, like, he's actually like a really good and caring person.
And he's on trial, or he's like the lawyer.
So he is one of the jurors that was chosen.
Mm.
Um, and like everybody around him is an actor, including um what was his name? Cyclops from the X-Men. He was
I don't know
on,
his name.
let me see. X-Men. He was in Sonic. Um, what's his name?
Oh, I know. I know. I got
James
the face.
Marsden.
Who?
James Marsden. He is in it
Marston.
as himself, but
Huh.
like he tries like the whole time to get out of that jury duty. It's hilarious. You got to see it. You have got to see it.
Okay. I'll check that out. Mm.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's called Jury Duty and it's on Freevee, but you can watch it on
Is it
Amazon
on
Prime.
Prime too?
Yeah.
Cool. Because I got Prime. I have class.
I mean, I watched it on Prime too, and they still show the commercials
Mm.
saying you got class. Boy,
Mm.
shut up.
Mm. Mm.
um, so
Yeah.
yeah. If
I'm ready
you
to-
don't have what you say,
I was just about to say, are you ready?
yeah, I think so. You don't have anything else to say. I think that we can move forward and start this episode of Black Geek Energy.
BGEN.
Therapy did not work for me, and let me tell y'all about it. So I had to attend therapy through my old job, and it was horrible. I had this Russian intern who was my therapist, and she was not relatable at all. Then we both had a language barrier that we had to go through every time we talked. Also, she made me come to our therapy sessions at 4 p.m. on Fridays. And you know I had to drive through downtown Atlanta traffic while it was in its peak. Now, I have said on this podcast that I'm not going to therapy again and that I just need people to tell me what their therapist says to them so I can use their advice on myself. But you know what? I may have to rethink that. Y'all, BetterHelp is an online counseling service that allows you to connect to a licensed therapist from the comfort of your own home, or boat, or cruise ship, car, or wherever you may be. The best part is you can switch therapists at any time and you have full access to virtual sessions through text, phone, and video conferencing. No matter what you're going through, BetterHelp has a professional who can help. And because you're a listener to Black Geek Energy, you could get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/BGEpod. That's betterhelp.com/BGEpod for 10% off your first month. So go ahead, take care of your mental health today, check out BetterHelp, and let's get back to the show. Welcome back to this episode of Black Geek Energy.
Pew, pew, pew,
We
pew.
we don't ever introduce ourselves. So I am Jared, the hostess with the mostest. And this other guy is
My name is DeMarcus. The D is for damn. And daddy if you're nasty.
on this episode, we're going to talk about Attack on Titan. This has been a long 13 years or 10 years.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, something like that. I remember watching this when I was like on break from school at Hampton. And I was at home on a break, and I just started watching it.
hmm. Yeah, so this has been a long, long, long time coming. A lot of times we don't ever get to see the anime actually end with a concrete resolution, but this one has been so popular that it had to
Bro,
end. They
bro.
actually had these final movies that must have cost millions of dollars if you see these fight scenes, but they had these final movies that they produced. And they had them, there was like two parts to these final movies, right, or was it three?
Um, three. So there was
Mm,
Attack on Titan finale or final episode part one and part two, or part A or part B,
hmm.
and now there's the third one I hear.
Yes, so you did not see the final finale episode. You don't know what happened.
I don't, not yet, man.
Yikes.
I got like when I watch my anime on the weekend, I always watch all my anime on Saturday, no matter when it come out during the week. And I gotta go in order, and I just didn't get to Attack on Titan this time. I don't have some busy weekends.
Yeah, so we are just gonna run down some of the reasons why, Attack on Titan is one of them shows. And actually, it took me a lot of trials to get into Attack on Titan. Like I think I've said before on this podcast, it took me like 3 or 4 times to actually make it past episode 10. But
Damn.
yeah, but this year I actually tried it again. I turned on dub. Put my cell phone away so I couldn't be distracted. And I actually started watching that show. And it actually is pretty good if you like gore, if you like drama, if you like um
Mystery,
things
suspense.
eviscerating people, you like twist, if you like all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a really good show. So
I ain't
we're
know no
just
better. I think M. Night Shyamalan wrote this motherfucker.
yeah, there are a lot of twists. So we're just gonna talk about why you should maybe give Attack on Titan a chance. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna start off. I want to talk about, the star of this show, or the star in my eyes of this show, the Titans.
Mm.
So these Titans, they're larger than humans. They are like they can be like about 2 humans tall, or they could be like towering like 50 humans tall. And they
I think the
are,
Colossal Titan is bigger than that.
yeah, well, um, and what they do is they're mindless, unless you can control them, which some people can. They're mindless, and all they do is they smile. They have this unearthly smile about them. They're naked with no genitalia. They're
Mm-hmm.
all males. Are they all males?
Most of them are men. All of the mindless Titans are males.
Yeah. Um, they're completely naked. They smile really unearthly. Like if you have not seen this Titan, you need to just type in Attack on Titan in Google and just look at their unearthly, creepy smile. And all that they do is, and I'm gonna actually tell some of the stories. So spoiler alert.
You should
All
definitely
that
tell
they
some of the story. Like
huh?
I said, you should definitely tell some of the story. This thing been out for like 13 years.
Yeah. So all that they do is they run around and they eat people, like they're eating the villagers and all the people, in order to find the people who possess the power of the, what are they called, the, hold on,
The founding Titans,
yeah,
or
the 9 Titans.
mm-hmm.
Because
And
these
that's why they
Titans,
eat people.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
I thought they just ate people just to eat people.
no, they're trying, because like if you can eat the people, then you turn back into a human, and that's what they want to do.
So they're not completely mindless. They just have this sole purpose.
Yeah, the sole purpose of eating people in order to get the power of the Nine Titans. So
Was that revealed in the finale?
no, that was revealed before. And it kind of was revealed like piecemeal, like you hear them talking like how I think it was the dad or something. Eren's dad, and Eren's like the main character who we follow throughout the story. Eren's dad got turned into a Titan, and he said that he just kept eating people until he made it to the attack Titan in order to eat the attack
Mm.
Titan, and then it was better. So
I mean, okay, so that doesn't say that to me doesn't say that their purpose is to eat people until they change back into a human. They just eat people, and a side effect of eating the right kind of person is turning back into a human.
well, that may also be true too. Look, the one thing you gotta remember about Attack on Titan is it is confusing. And it's not
Yeah,
confusing, it's just so much information. And they give it to you at one time. So you're like, wait, what just happened? Like there are
yeah.
episodes where you're rewinding. If you are doing
But if
anything
you reading them
else,
subs,
no, I was on dubs.
no, I'm talking about me watching it like week to week as it came out, reading them subs, and they start explaining shit. You be like,
Man,
wait a minute.
no, these last 3 episode movies, I was like, wait a second, what's going on? Like, I'm not gonna rewind. I'm not gonna rewind. I'm not gonna rewind.
Why you
But
ain't
I'm like,
rewind?
what's going on in this
I be
show?
rewinding.
But yeah, it could be really, really, really convoluted. So you may hear some back and forth between me and Demarcus, but the Titans are main the main thing I go to see because they're the ones that bring the violence, they're the ones that bring the gore, the evisceration. They are the reason for the action in the show. Um, Demarcus, what's the reason why you watch this show?
Why do I watch Attack on Titan? I watch Attack on Titan for the gore. The gore is dope, but mostly it's the story. Like all these like twists and
Mm.
turns and like the suspense is it be killing. Like the mystery, I was like, I gotta know. Like, why are these people trapped on this island? So the premise is that, for those who don't know, that these people are trapped on this island, not trapped, but they live on this island and they think that they are the only humans left in the world.
For like the whole
And
first season.
for the whole first season, fucking 20 episodes.
Wait, it was
Matter of
long.
fact,
It was like the whole first 3 seasons, right?
yeah, yeah, you're right. They don't figure out this is more other people until like way later. Um, and so the whole premise is like they're trapped on this island. They think they're the only people left. They know that these titans exist, and they just think these titans are like natural phenomena. Like they just titans exist and they eat people.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out there are more people in the world. There's a whole other world of civilizations, all
Like,
kinds of
like,
people,
like,
and they're
like,
the
like,
only ones
like,
stuck on this island.
like they're still in huts. Don't even have electricity yet.
Not
These
in
other
huts. They
people
got a
have,
city, man. They got cities made of stone and shit. Come on now.
but they don't
They
have
got they got buildings. They
electricity.
got stuff. I don't think they did have electricity. You're right about that.
Exactly. But on the outside, they got like hot air balloons, motor vehicles. They're like
They got
thriving, and it's
dirigibles and
a
whatnot,
whole world.
trains. Well, yeah. And so, but they don't remember, and the reason that they don't know that there's people out in the world is because the leader of these people that live on the island, King Fritz, he erased everybody's memory. And the reason he can do that is because all of these people are descendants of like this one woman or whatever. So if you have
Ymir.
any Emir, yeah, if you have any Titan blood in your veins, that's like somebody. To put it in perspective, it's like one person being able to like control all the black people in the world and just like erase our minds, turn us into these huge, hulking monsters. And if you even got 1%, if you got one drop of black blood in your veins, he can hop into your head anytime he wants. So he erased all their minds, and that's why they don't know that there's people outside of this island that they live on. But once they find out,
Yeah, once they found out. Can we talk about just the differences between their lives on the island and off the island? I'm talking about the people of Ymir, the Eladrians, right?
yeah, Ella, yeah,
So on the island,
No, Eldians. That's what they're called.
oh,
Eldians.
the Eldians, Eladrians. I don't know. That's from something else.
Eladrians. That was Laurenti's D&D character.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So Eldians on the island, they like live in a caste system surrounded by these
Mm-hmm.
walls. The inner
Mm-hmm.
wall is like the royals, the outer wall is like merchants or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
the outer walls of that is like the peasants and everybody else.
Yep.
And
Commoners,
the
field
extenuating
workers,
circumstance
farmers,
that start
whatnot.
off the show is that the walls for the outer wall broke down and the
Mm-hmm.
peasants have to move in with the merchants.
It ain't just
So
get broke down. A Titan appeared and kicked a hole in that bitch. Like
yeah,
that's how.
basically.
Yeah, like imagine if there's a wall around the entire United States, a wall big enough so that no one could climb over it. It's too thick to like dig through. It surrounds the entire United States. Like it is a huge impenetrable wall, and then a Titan just shows up and like kicks it open.
Yeah, yeah. So he ran through that wall, caused a lot of chaos and confusion, and then you have the the squads come in. Let me see if I
Mm-hmm.
can pull these up.
Yeah, these are so they're not completely defenseless against these Titans. They do have these soldiers who are specifically dedicated to taking out Titans. And they're divided up into three different groups. There's the Royal Guard, I think, is one of them, and then there's the military garrison, and then there's the scout troops. I think those are right. And the story centers around the scout troops. Um, but you know the military garrison, they're like the ones that like do the main fighting if a Titan ever comes into comes within the walls or attacks the city. And then the Royal Guard, like, they just fat and lazy, bro. But you got to be like the best of the best in your cadet class to become a Royal Guard. But once you become a Royal Guard, easy life.
Yeah. So the Royal Guard, they're called the military police.
Okay.
The next group is called the garrison, and they're like the police inside the walls. They maintain peace between people.
They also
And
be helping like build and stuff. Like when ain't nothing going on, they just they be getting drunk playing cards.
yeah.
They
And
they do
then
they do whatever.
and then there's the survey group.
The
Now the
survey
survey
corps,
group
the scout
is
corps.
yeah. So they're the hard group. Like thankfully this last class, like all the best people decided that they were going to be in the scout corps because they felt that that was where they were most needed. But they actually go outside of the walls. They look for like resources. They looked for um uh what's that called? Titans. They are the first line of defense against like everything that happens. And the way that you normally fight is by, they have this Titans have this one spot on their neck that you can slice open um and then they'll die. If you slice them or hit them anywhere else, they'll just regenerate. Like they'll just regenerate easy. But there's one spot on the back of their neck where if you slice it, then they'll die. So they usually have these machines where they can like lift up and they can sling, kind of like how Spider-Man does it. Uh,
Mm.
he usually can swing from building to building and get up there to the the Titans next.
Mhm.
But the Scout Corps, like on like outside of the walls, is like all open plains. But for the most part, there are some wooded areas as well. They're
And
all
there's like
open.
some little ruins of like old houses and whatnot. Like somebody used to live out there, but they don't no more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like mostly you see all open plains and you see the Scout Corps and some of them are on horses. And then you see these Titans. No, there are like whole scenes where these Titans demolish these Scout Corps. Like when the Beast Titan was just throwing rocks at
Oh
them,
yeah,
and they like what are y'all doing? Do y'all want to live?
yo. I mean, cause of course they want to live, but they want to like reclaim the land from the Titans. That's their whole thing. But I think the one of the biggest twists that they find out, because we don't know this in the beginning, is that the Titans are people, like,
Mm-hmm.
and not just any people. They are the same kind of people as the ones that live on the island. So they are Eldians,
Mm-hmm.
and the Titans are the Eldians who did not make it to the island long, long ago when all of them came there.
Mm-hmm.
So remember when we said that there are other kinds of people still in the world. So that includes the people who basically the Eldians live like second class citizens, third class even. Like think of
No, they live like Jews in the Holocaust. Like they have to
I
wear
was just gonna say
armbands.
that, and I was just trying to like find a way to preface it so it didn't hit as hard. They
I
live like
mean,
Jews in the Holocaust.
I mean,
They got
you
a little armband.
like you have to understand it hit us hard because like we like okay, they introduced the other aliens. Like it was like episode 1, season 4. I'm like, wait a second, hold up, who are these
It was a
people?
confusing ass time jump that
It
I didn't
it was
understand. I was like, what the fuck happened?
it was extreme. I was like, let me go back. Did I miss something? So
Exactly. I
and
definitely
then
was going back to season 3. Like, what is going on?
and the first story that they tell is that these people they wear like I thought they were Jews. I thought they were supposed to be Jews. They had armbands, they look emancipated, and like all these
Mm-hmm.
other people are just, looking great with their parasols strolling the streets. And they have to be regulated in this one area. And the first
Mm-hmm.
story that they told was this boy and this little girl. I think they were like Eren's parents or something. This boy and this little girl leave the confines of the ghetto, and they come up against the police outside of
Yeah.
outside in the real world.
So the
And then the
a quick
police
footnote that the people who are keeping the Eldians outside of the walls down are called Marleyans. So they run into some
Marleyan.
Marleyan police.
Okay. Yeah. So the Marleyan police, and thank you so much for telling me these names because I do not know these names. The
Mhm.
Marleyan police, like the whole thing was like I forgot what they did to the boy. They like threw rocks at him, they like beat him up, they did something. But then the
Yo.
girl, they like drowned her in a river. Like
Oh
like they
no, no, they didn't just drown her. They so first off, when they first found it, it's like, oh y'all, y'all just wanted to get out the walls. Cool. Like, come with us. We're gonna show you a little bit, show you around a little bit, let y'all have a good time. We're gonna send y'all back. And then they separated them. They took the little girl and another guy was just talking to the little boy. He's like, yeah, y'all really shouldn't have came out here, right? And the little boy's like,
no.
what? And then they just start beating on the boy's ass, like just beating his ass incessantly, never
Yes.
stopping. And I think they raped the little girl, or
Yes,
they
it
raped
was
the
heavily
girl.
implied that they raped her. And like these are
They
like
raped the
grown
little
men, and
girl.
that girl was like, she had to be less than
Grown ass
10.
men,
Exactly.
right? Little girl had to be like 9 or 10 years old.
Exactly.
They
If
raped
that.
the little girl and then let some dogs eat her ass.
Yes, that was it. And then they tossed her in
They
the
let,
river.
and I think they let the little boy see it. They showed the little boy the body before they sent them back,
I
and they
think
told him it was his
so.
fault. They was like, yeah, this happened to your sister because of you, because you the one brought her out here. You let her come out here, and then send that man back into the little concentration camp. I was like, this is
And this is
crazy.
this is the first story that we hear about the Marleyans. Like after figure out their emancipate, after we kind of figure out just by looking and knowing something they're Jewish people, this is the first tale that we hear. We're like, who are these people to
Right.
even do something like this?
And their
But
whole
yeah,
reason for justifying themselves is that, like, hundreds of years ago, the Marleyans were at war with the Eldians, and the Eldians were on the brink of winning until the Eldian king, King Fritz, was like, I don't want to fight no more. We getting out of here. And they was like, oh, like, hundreds of years ago, your ancestors was like killing all of our people, so y'all deserve everything y'all get. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, sir, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like my
mhm.
great granddaddy, did his thing, but he was just following. He was a soldier. That was between him and your great granddaddy, both of whom are dead, and I shouldn't be held accountable for that.
So we have the Marleyans, who are who are set up to be these horrible, horrible people. Okay. Then we learned that because so far we've only seen like the attack titan, the girl titan, the colossal
Mm-hmm.
titan, um, and like two other titans,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. The beast titan and the
Did we
shield
see the Beast
titan.
Titan early on? We saw the Colossal, we saw the Armored, we saw the Attack Titan, and we saw the Female Titan. Maybe
And
the
the
Jaw
beast.
Titan. We saw the Jaw Titan, but we ain't learned about them till later. Because
Yeah, so then
Ymir was hiding. She was hiding that shit.
exactly. So then we get to Marley with the Marleyans, and it comes to find out that like, okay, you have to be an LDN to be a Titan. So if the 9 Titans die, then some random LDN will get these Titan powers. So what they do is they train up these these special
Kids.
LDNs. They make their families. They keep them in the ghetto, but they give them like special privileges or something,
Yeah.
and they train them up so that when they
Bruh.
are, you know, old enough, because here's another thing, you if you become a Titan, you only have 7 years to live.
Yeah. Is it seven? I thought it was like 13. But it's seven?
7 or 13, I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but it's a short
It's
time
not
to live.
long. Basically, your life is over.
Yeah, yeah. So at the end of that, then the person who's being trained up to be the next Titan will then eat the person to become, that attack Titan, the jaw Titan, the cart Titan, which you find
Mm-hmm.
out about, or whatever Titan that it is. Confusing, right?
Right, right,
So
right. It's so much going on here.
it is. It is. So goodness, we have these Titans and we have the Eldians and the Marleyans. And we are following the story of Eren Yeager, who is the number one person in the world. Season one, he just wants to be a soldier to avenge his family. But then by season four-ish, he is lost. Like he just wants to
Oh.
kill the Marleyans because like he found out about the Marleyans when we found out, and then
Mm-hmm.
he's like,
Well,
uh, what's
I don't
going on
know.
over here?
Between season 3 and 4, they don't explain how they got over there. Because season 4 starts, I thought it was a flashback, but it's not.
A
It
flash
is,
forward,
yeah.
they
So
start
it's
jumping
like
through
Aaron's like
time.
an adult now, where like in season 3 we left him as like a little kid. So Aaron's an adult now, or at least like 18, 19, something like that. And then everybody else is like older. They've like infiltrated the Marleyan country. They like
Mm-hmm.
lying low inside. Uh, damn, Aaron done lost like his one of his arms and one of his legs and shit. Like just hanging out at the hospital, talking to the kids and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So what Eren does,
Yeah.
what Eren does, he's deep in the Marleyan country, infiltrating. Like you wouldn't think he was a Titan because Titans regenerate. Like every time you
Mm-hmm.
go into a Titan, you come out fully whole. Your body's perfect. So, but he's like, look, he lost an arm or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
there's this big mass Marleyan festival. All the Marleyans are there, like all the aristocracy,
Mm-hmm.
aristocracy. I'm saying this
Aristocats.
wrong. Okay,
Aristocracy. The
that's the word,
aristocrat. That's the word.
aristocracy.
One.
All the aristocracy is there. All the royalty is there, and they're like up ahead. They're singing, they're chanting, they're talking about going back to war. Eren is underneath, and he decides to transform into the attack titan. Now, when you
Mm-hmm.
transform, there's always like a mild explosion.
Yeah.
Um, and or whatever. So he transforms, there's an explosion, already hundreds are dead. And then he goes and kills the rest of the 100 people in the crowd. And then the Marleyan Titans that they have been training up began fighting. So basically, they destroyed Marley or whatever it's called. They
Yeah.
destroyed this place, obliterated.
And then not only that, though, we talk about you mentioned that when someone transforms into a Titan, there's like an explosion. The colossal Titan, when
Mm.
that motherfucker transforms, it's equivalent to like a nuclear explosion, like an
Yeah,
atom bomb dropping.
yeah,
And so he shows up too. He like, oh, Eren transformed. All right, like on the coast of Marley, you know, a few hundreds of miles away, it's another explosion even bigger.
yeah,
Um, so yeah,
yeah,
so they in there wrecking shop,
yeah. They are
and
in their wrecking shop.
yeah, and so I don't know. I never figured out why they were there in the first place. Oh, they were trying to collect the rest of the Titans, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I assume.
yeah,
But let's flash forward a little bit. Well, we got a few big twists to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and drop some bombs. So it turns out that like throughout the show, we've been seeing like what we've been shown is that Eren's father is influencing Eren. Like whenever he transforms into a Titan, he like gets some of his father's memories, and his father is telling him like, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that," you know, and like somewhere down the line, we learned there's a twist that they twisted, and like Eren had been influencing his father's entire life, telling him what to do, telling his father what to do and where to be and how to act and stuff. And so where we think that Eren is just like a victim of his circumstances, and that
mhm,
because the way he gets his Titan power is completely by accident. He gets eaten by a Titan. He doesn't know he's special. He gets eaten and he transforms into a Titan, and we figure out later on that this Titan that just appeared is Eren. When this when we think he's a victim of a circumstance, and come to find out he is the orchestrator of not only everything that's been happening to him in his own life, but he's the orchestrator of this entire war that's about to happen between Marley and Paradise is the name of the country, the island where the Eldians live. So he's been plotting this. I don't know when he's been plotting it, but he's been plotting it for a long fucking time
yeah.
because and that part is confusing as well because somehow he's plotting stuff from before he's born.
So one of the Attack Titans' powers is that they can go back in time to previous Attack Titans. I did hear that part.
Mm.
So they can go back in time to previous Attack Titans and like talk to them and find out, how best to hit something. But you brought up something that Eren got eaten and he didn't know that he was a Titan. Nobody in Paradis knew that a person could turn into a Titan. Nobody knew. Like once Eren turned and that got out, that was such a big thing. Eren was put in jail. He was ridiculed at court, and they didn't even know if he could be a scout anymore. So that was a huge part of the show. Like you can turn into a Titan, but I guess maybe we could use you if you could be controlled somehow. Like, yeah, they were going crazy with the type of punishment they were putting Eren through. Sheesh. But yeah,
So
what he did was, all this stuff that happens to Eren, you think it's by coincidence, him being the Attack Titan, him,
mm-hmm,
the people that he's around, the circumstances
mm-hmm,
he gets put in. No,
mm-hmm.
it's orchestrated. It is
By
orchestrated
himself.
by him, by him. So yeah, it's a lot that we're leaving out too, because it's a lot of information over
This
these
is
past
13
13
years of
years.
show y'all got to catch up on. If you ain't been
Yeah.
watching Attack on Titan, I don't know what you've been doing. Stop playing with yourself. Turn it on.
So what happens is Aaron's trying to collect them all, trying to get the founding Titans power so he can, oh, let me go
Control
back.
all the Titans.
Yeah, to get all the Titans so he can control this thing that they've been talking about since, the beginning, called the rumbling. What is the rumbling?
Mm.
Okay.
Rumbling, rumbling.
It is found at the end of season one that there are Titans in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
and these huge walls. Like you can't see the sun. If the sun was like out now with it going down at 4 o'clock, you only get like 1 hour of sun because the sun is gone after a certain time. So you can get like a smidget of sun in the winter. But the walls are full of titans. So what happens is um Eren somehow gains control of the Titans by the founding Titans power. How do you get the founding Titans power?
So we learned that the power of the founding Titan, I think, was in his brother
Mm-hmm.
Grisha, the Beast
Mm-hmm.
Titan. And when he kills Grisha and like grabs his head, or he touches when actually Eren is killed again, and Grisha catches Eren's head, because all you need is to be in contact. If you are one of the special titans, all you need to do is be in contact with if you're one of the special titans, the founding titan, it's a lot of caveats. If you're a special titan, the founding titan is the person who has the founding titan's power is of royal blood, and you are able to touch that person and overcome their will. You can control all the titans. Um, and that's how he gets the founding titan's power. He's able in that moment. It takes like half an episode, but it's a split second in their world. In that
Mm-hmm.
moment, he's able to go into this like Titan spirit realm and talk to the original Titan, or one of the original Titans, and it's like, hey, I know you've been, kicking it with the royal family for centuries, but they really ain't did nothing for our people. So, stand up and come, get on my side, give me the power, and watch what I do for us. And apparently that was enough for her to for her to switch up the original Titan, because she was like, okay, bet.
Yeah.
And so, Eren becomes the new founding Titan, and gets all the power, releases the rumbling, which is basically he breaks down all the walls surrounding the city on Paradis, the Eldian city, and has them joints just like marching toward the
The
Marleyan
world.
country. Yeah, yeah. Because the reason this rumbling has been a thing is because at the end of the war, the King Fritz was like, "Hey y'all, tired of fighting. Me and my people don't deserve this. We finna go live on this island by ourselves, and as long as y'all don't mess with us, we ain't gonna mess with you. But if you come over here fucking with us, I'm gonna release these all these colossal titans, and they gonna flatten the world, and won't
Mm-hmm.
nothing be left except my
Yeah.
island."
Yeah.
And they thought he was playing.
They
They
thought
thought he
he
was.
was.
They thought he was play pimping over there.
For 2 or 3 episodes, every time that Eren was talking or any of the other main characters were talking or people were talking on parody about what's going on, you saw in the background that these huge titans just walking.
And
Like this
not
was
even
like for
saw it. Not
three.
even just saw it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
Not even. I was gonna say not even just saw it. Even if they was like it was. Even if it was like a scene where somebody's like at home, sleep at night in the bed, you can still just hear the rumbling, just hear the
Exactly.
earth shaking from their footsteps.
Exactly. And then like I think the season ends with them colliding with Marley.
It ends with them crossing the ocean, don't it?
Yeah, they
They don't reach
crossed.
Marley at the end of the season. It ends with them like in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, they crossed the ocean. It's horrible. And then when they erupt from the ocean, oh, they get the stomping. Like make me
Okay.
clap
Well,
my hands,
I think now
make
you
me
getting into like the
understand.
finale you just watched, because I ain't seen that.
You didn't see? No, I didn't get into what I just watched. I know the whole background, but like I mean like the first part of the finale, like it
Finale
showed
part
them.
one.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember them making it to the other side of the ocean in the part one.
Well, spoiler alert. They made it.
Okay, bet. That's
But
fine.
I'm not
Like
gonna
I said.
I'm not gonna spoil nothing else. Let me scale it back a little bit. But the rumbling,
I said, let's talk
like,
about the finales. Well, maybe not the most recent finale, but the ones up to that.
okay, all right. Okay, so you see the founding titan. Now, there's one caveat with the founding titans that you have to be of this royal blood to
Mm-hmm.
fully harness the founding titan. Eren is not of royal blood, but
No.
Ymir has given him that power. So
Mm-hmm.
he transforms into this titan, but it's not complete. So he looks like this big, humongous slug human thing with a
It's
human
just like a
head.
skeleton, ain't it?
Yeah,
It's just
it's like a
like a head
skeleton.
on a walking on like a slithering skeleton.
Yeah, it's like a snake skeleton thing.
We can't
Um,
describe it real well because you got it's one of those things you got to see it to like know
yeah,
what it is. Because yeah, it's just like a rib cage. It got I think it got some arms. That's how it's moving around. Like the arms are dragging it,
yeah, yeah,
but it looks like a rib cage with a head on it,
yeah. And
no neck.
we've actually seen someone transform into this pseudo founding titan before. And Eren transformed, but he is much larger, much more
Mm-hmm.
powerful, and much,
Mm-hmm.
much more destructive. So
Yeah.
so yeah, he is also there across the sea, and there's no way you can stop him. There's no way you can stop him because once
Mm.
the main characters do try to stop him, from his body come other titans. Hopefully I'm not doing too much. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
no,
too much.
no, no, no. Because that I
Okay.
did see that part when they like landed on his body and they were trying to stop him, and then like Titans were like rising up out of his
Yeah.
ribs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like from his body come this may be I'm probably gonna reveal something, but it's not really a spoiler, it's just this is what it is. From his body, you see previous incarnations of the nine titans. Like you see a
Mm.
previous beast titan, you see just like everything that comes from his body died or was murdered before. So
Mm-hmm.
you see these people and they're fighting, they're holding them back. But usually when you go up against a Titan, you're just going against like like if you kill 10 Titans, then you're like Levi, who is the commander of the
The
thing,
best Titan killer they done ever seen.
the best Titan killer ever. If you can kill one of the nine Titans, you're like two Levi's. These people are going up against 50 of the nine titans, and they true, some of them have titan powers themselves, but when you have 50 of these people converging onto you, like there's no stopping it. Then the rumbling's still going on. They are still marching towards shore, and then Levi, not
Mm-hmm.
Levi, but Eren is also still going towards shore too. So it's a lot, it's a lot.
Yeah, and a quick side note, man. Like another thing I really enjoyed about Attack on Titan are the deaths. Like they make me sad. We losing like important people. Like when folks die in Attack, like in some other shows, when folks die, it's like not a big deal. Somebody else steps into their place and like takes on their power or whatever. In Attack on Titan, when somebody die, yo, that's it. They through. They gone. They ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Ain't no Dragon Ball Z. Gather the Dragon Balls. Let's wish for him back. It's like he gone. What y'all gonna do now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very uh it's very final when these people are dead. Like they're done.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's sadness. Like there's this one part where this Marleyan girl gets on this ship and she shoots
Ooh.
this person who we have been following this whole time, this scientist who was crazy. But then
Was it a
after
scientist? I thought it was Sasha, the girl that
Sasha
likes
was a scientist.
potatoes.
Oh, the girl who liked potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking about that
Like
one
she was
girl.
cool. You're thinking of Hanji.
yeah, Hanji who like wanted to learn all about the Titans and would do
Mm-hmm.
anything to learn about Titans. So
They did
and
look alike
this
though. I thought I get them confused too.
yeah, and in this girl, she was in the beginning, she was lovey, she was happy, she was optimistic about the Titans and learning about the Titans. But then as time goes on, and as her commander was murdered and her commander's commander was murdered, she had to step up into that role. She became like more harsh and more stone. And
Mm-hmm.
then when this person snuck onto this airship
That's
and
not you're still getting them mixed up. That's not how Hanji died.
tell me.
Hanji died in the first finale, in one of the first finales. So Sasha is the one we're talking about right now. But and we have been following her since the beginning. We learned that she's a country girl. She loved potatoes. She was part of like Eren's cadet class. And she was always like a strong girl, not the best in the class, but decent.
Mhm.
And she becomes one of those characters like, oh, we love to see her. Like she ain't changing the storyline by herself, but we enjoy her.
A
And
fan
so
favorite.
this, yeah, a fan favorite, a fan favorite. Um, and like at this point in the story, she's just starting to fall in love. She's just starting to like repair the relationship with her family because her family was like, Sasha, we don't really fuck with you like that for whatever reason. And she was just getting, and this dude that was also in her cadet class finally was like, Sasha, I love you, girl. I want to be with you. And she was like, cool. When we get back to Parody to the Eldian city, let's work on this thing. And right after they had that conversation, this little Marleyan girl sneaks on board their ship and shoots her in the back of the head. And it was one of those where you because we follow we're like in that episode we're following in episodes leading up to that we're following the little Marleyan girl and like learning about her life and seeing what she's trying to do to become like one of these chosen Eldians for the Marleyan people so that she can like save her family and whatnot. And we as we're following her we learn that she's like completely misguided. The Marleyans are like you know completely manipulating her and her people. And so she's like but still going forward, still like believing in the cause or whatever. We see her like climbing the ship, and we're like, oh, she about to fall, she about to die, and we're not that attached to her, so we're like, cool, she gonna fall off this blimp and die. Like I'm not pressed, but she makes it, and then she kills Sasha, and not only does that break our like heroes, our main characters, like because they kind of like splinter after that, but it also breaks her because now she's like, I don't know who I am or what I'm supposed to be. Like I know she, logically and intellectually, I know I'm a soldier, and I know like this is the kind of thing I've been trained for, but I never thought of what it would be like to actually take a life.
Yeah, and that kind of broke all of us too, because we had just followed Sasha back to her
Mm-hmm.
little home village where
Mm-hmm.
we see her rescuing this girl from a
Mm-hmm.
Titan while she's wearing a dress and really, really learning, just how courageous this little, potato girl can be.
Right.
But yeah, it was
Sad.
definitely one of those ones who died. But yeah, but stuff like that happened all throughout the 10-year episode of like people dying and then there's no getting them back because they weren't Titans or one of the
Mm-hmm.
9 Titans, they weren't nothing.
And
So
even the Nine Titans, if one of them die, they dead. They can't bring
yeah,
them back. It's harder to kill them, but once they die, they die.
yeah. All right, Demarcus. So let's kind of wrap this up.
Yeah, let's put a
Why
bow on
do
this
you,
thing. Let's.
huh?
I said, let's put a bow on this thing
Why do you think that people should watch Attack on Titan?
because it is a wild ride. Like a lot of people don't like anime because it's animated for whatever reason. I don't know why people can't watch animated shows, but a lot of people do like stories with like a lot of drama, a lot of like twists and turns, a lot of big reveals, a lot of stuff that make you like sit on the edge of your seat and be like, like I didn't know that. Like, oh crap, what's gonna happen next? Like, and this is one of those shows. It keeps you, excuse me, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. It keeps you interested. It keeps you, wanting more. I watched it week to week as it came out, and I every week I was like, I cannot wait for the next episode.
Mm. Yeah, I think that Attack on Titan is one of those shows I need to watch again just to see how they kind of tease um that there's a whole
Yeah,
world outside, that there are other
right,
Titans, that there are, you know, other stuff
right.
that's going on that we
Like
didn't
watch it
talk
all
about.
again with the knowledge you have now, right?
Yeah, just watch it again with the knowledge that I have now. Um, because I didn't watch it week to week. I binged it all up until the first finale, and yeah, I it is a show that took me a while to get into, but once I was into it, I was in it. Like that show is actually very good, and it deserves to be beside the Mount Rushmore. I don't know if I would put it on my Mount Rushmore. Hmm.
You wouldn't? I would
Sailor
say Attack on
Moon.
Titan is one of it could be one of the big three for its time. Like it would be Attack on Titan, maybe Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen or something like that. Maybe not Jujutsu Kaisen, but like
Jujutsu Kaisen.
it could be part of the big three.
Maybe I gotta think more about that, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's actually one of the contenders for a consideration on the Mount Rushmore. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we gotta give a big shout out to Attack on Titan. It just ended another Mappa production. If you don't know Mappa, we say that studio's name every week on here for some reason, but
you say that name every week.
yeah, but this was probably Mappa's biggest show for a while.
I don't know any of Mappa's other shows.
Jujutsu Kaisen,
Oh, okay, cool.
Vinland
Yeah,
Saga.
Attack on Titan is definitely bigger than Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I think that's enough. If you're gonna watch Attack on Titan, I'm just get into it. If you like adult things, then yeah,
It
get
is
into
very
it.
adult, and not a lot of sex in it though. So
Yeah,
if that's what you want from a show, this ain't it.
no, no.
Yeah, but
All right,
let's go ahead and take a
let's
break and get ready for everybody's favorite part of the show.
the questions.
All right, we'll be right back.
And we are back. Make sure that
We back.
you
We back. We back.
send us your questions to blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can email, well, I just said an email. You can Instagram us at blackgeekenergy. You can TikTok us on Black Geek Energy. You can tweet us at BGE_pod, just like at Attack Fan did on Twitter. And Attack Fan asked if y'all could choose which of the seven Titans, which one would you be?
Mm. Yeah, that's a good question.
No, I said seven, but it's really nine.
9 of them, yeah. But let's name them all real quick so I can have a good idea in my head. So there's the Attack Titan,
Mm-hmm.
there's the Founding Titan,
Mm-hmm.
there's the Beast Titan, Armored Titan, Colossal Titan, the Female Titan. I wonder if a
Mm-hmm.
man can be the Female Titan. That's a question I have in my mind. Uh, the Cart Titan, the
Mm-hmm.
Jaw Titan,
Hmm.
One more. Come on, we can do it, y'all. The it's not armored again, but it's a Titan that can like cover its body in like like the metal stuff.
Yeah,
Is that
the
the weapon
Warhammer
Titan?
Titan.
Warhammer Titan. That's
Yeah.
it. Cool. Bet. I would choose to be probably the Beast Titan. Because the Beast Titan can control other Titans and it's as strong as a motherfucker. It
Yeah.
looked crazy. Like I would want my Beast Titan to look a little more like normal than than what Grisha's look like. But the Beast Titan, I feel like is like that'll be my speed because it can talk too. Other
Yeah.
Titans can't talk. Beast Titan, chat you up.
So before I saw the finale, I would have said Warhammer Titan, but then I saw the finale and I gotta go with Beast Titan as well.
Hmm.
Because, all throughout the show, the Beast Titan, had a sentience that the other Titans didn't have, or you would see Eren Yeager say one or two words, or the woman Titan say like one or two words, but they
Not as
didn't
a
have.
Titan. They never spoke as Titans.
Really?
Nah,
I could
they
have
never
sworn
spoke
they said
as
like one or
Titans.
two words.
Nah, never said a word.
Well, the Beast Titan was having full on conversations.
Right. Had folks
And
shook.
yeah, and he could control all the little baby titans. So yeah, I definitely would be the Beast Titan. Okay. Here is another question. If you could make any patent from DC or Marvel Universe your own, which would it be?
A patent, like a
Mm-hmm.
property, like one of their comics or whatever.
Mm-mm. Mm. Like Pym particles or the Luther suits
Oh.
or anything like that.
Mm. I would want the Iron Man patents. Cause like, and not just like one
For
of
the
them, like
suits, because
all of
Iron Man
them.
has a lot of patents, so you want the suit.
Exactly. All of them.
Oh, you want all of
Because he
all.
got a lot of different kinds of different kinds of suits for a lot of different kinds of situations. So if I got all those patents, I'm made. I'm made in the shade.
So you want every patent from Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, they said A, but I guess that I will allow it. Um, I would choose. Yeah, I would choose your antithesis, your rival, and I would
Who that?
choose Bruce Wayne's patents
Mm.
because his patents stretch longer into slavery.
Wow.
So
So you don't just want Bruce Wayne's patents, you want
the
the
Wayne
Wayne
family, yes,
the Wayne family patents.
yes.
Hmm. At least I chose one person and not like a whole line of
No, because
people.
you would get every patent that Tony Stark has. So like I'm thinking
But I feel
hybrid.
like they're all just like the Iron Man patent, and then he'll like update it every year.
Well, I choose the Wayne family patent because, like, okay, let's just ask, who do you think is richer, Tony or Bruce Wayne?
Oh, Bruce Wayne definitely. Well, actually now neither because both of them jokers broke now.
I mean, both are broke now, but at their height, who do you?
Yeah, I think Wayne was definitely richer because he was funding the Justice League and that floating satellite for for a minute.
Yeah,
And yeah, Tony
yeah,
Stark was funding the Avengers, but I don't. They ain't got Avengers. Well, Avengers got stuff in space, but it's not. They headquarters wasn't in space, and they're teleporting people back and forth. And if the
yeah,
Avengers were teleporting people, they was using a teleporter to do it, and not just like got this teleporting platform.
yeah. Bruce Wayne was also funding the Titans, the Outsiders. Um, he he was funding more than just the Justice League. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then his 17 children running around. Gotham. Do you have a question? Do you see that you see in our mailbag, Demarcus?
a question, a question. Um,
Oh, I can ask
Go ahead.
Lauren's question finally. Lauren Bromell at Napalm Music wants to
In
know,
Atlanta. Mhm.
yeah, wants to know which one do you prefer? Or no, she says which one is better, PC gaming or console gaming?
Mm. So my real answer to this question is it depends on what you're looking for in the game in your gaming. Personally, I prefer console gaming. And I prefer console gaming because I'm on my computer most of the day.
Can't even
I'm on
answer
my
the
computer for work,
emails.
and I wanna detach from that. I don't want to feel like I'm on the computer when I'm gaming, but I do recognize that the computer gives you a lot more versatility when you're gaming.
So, in terms of the question, which is better, it's PC hands down. Like if you have a souped up PC that you're upgrading every so often, you can get an old controller and you can play anything. Because now not only are Xbox originals coming to PC, you also get PlayStation originals coming to PC. The only thing you don't get are Nintendo originals, but whatever. Nobody wants to play Mario anymore. Um, but yeah, PC gaming is the better choice. Now, what do I prefer? Before Baldur's Gate 3, I prefer console. But after I play Baldur's Gate 3 on my PC with just with my console, I mean not with my console controller, that has opened up a whole new um arena for me because I used to be a big PC gamer in the past with Black and White 2, City of Heroes, and so on and so forth. But I didn't really know, or I never used a controller on the PC. But I hooked up my PS4 controller and I have been playing that with Baldur's Gate 3 and it has worked like a charm this whole time.
Mm.
So I will have to say, Lauren, I don't know. I don't know. I've been playing a lot more games on PC with the controller post Baldur's Gate 3, thanks to the Epic Game Store. They give you free games. And that's another thing. I get a whole slew of games. So Epic Game Store gives you free games every week.
And it's all on
Steam,
PC.
yes, Steam gives you free games. Amazon uh, gives you free PC games every week. So like the amount of games I'm getting, like I don't ever have to buy any games ever again. So yeah,
Hmm.
PC is the definite better choice, but I don't know. I don't know. Because I feel like something's about to come out on PS5 or something's about to be announced. But honestly, now I'm playing on my PC. I'm playing this little garlic game on my PC while I'm watching TV shows. So I don't know. Maybe PC is the one that I prefer.
So at the end of the day, it's all about what you prefer. Which one is better depends on what you prefer. Like if you like
Yeah,
me
that's
and
it.
want to get off the computer for sometimes, console is the way to go. Now, which console? That's a whole nother conversation, and we'll say that question for next time.
Yes. I guess. Um, but yeah. But yeah, cool cats and cool kittens. Marcus, do you have anything left to say to our lovely listeners?
Not for real, but Lorante, if you listening, fuck you for leaving us.
Yeah, I think that he is going on punishment from being talked about on this podcast. And since Gordon
Mm.
has come off punishment, he is going on punishment because honestly, I have nothing nice to say regarding him in this podcast, and I'm holding back now. But yeah, I have nothing nice to say, so it's better that we don't say anything at all. And
Man,
welcome
he
our
he who
punishment,
shall
Gordon.
not be named.
He shall not be named. But yeah, and if I see him on the streets, it's gonna be like Santana and academics. I am going to do something.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Break it down for us young people.
Santana is beefing with academics because academics always um
Oh, Saucy
play,
Santana.
yeah,
Gotcha.
because he always gotta be a misogynist and say misogynistic things towards women. And he said something about the city girls, which are Santana's best friend. And
Hmm.
then Santana came in here and was like, "What's up?" And then academics came back, was like, and he was crying on his Twitch. He was like,
Wait,
"I can't even
who was
say what I
crying?
want to say." Academics.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I can't even say what I want to say because I'll get canceled. So Santana was like,
Sad way to go out.
why can't you say what you want to say? Like you just looking at me because I'm gay, but I had poor record sales. I had a poor this and that, and so yeah, Santana's like constantly getting onto him. Queen Latifah had to say something about it, and yeah, it's a lot of
Mm,
drama, but I'm here for it.
mm.
So
All
yes,
right.
you guys, um, our next episode. I'm gonna try to have a guest that Demarcus is gonna really, really enjoy. And that's a
I
hint.
guess that I'll enjoy. You gonna get Megan Thee Stallion?
I have asked her to come on the show before.
You gonna get Stally? My boo?
Do you really like her like that?
I'm not really into famous people like that. But yeah, she's cool. I like her. I like her
You
music. I like to look at her.
you like my God. You like Cobra?
I haven't heard that song yet, actually.
Yeah, it's very good. It made me cry. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time on Black Geek Energy.
BGE out. All right, let's take a break to check in on our geeks. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? How's your heart? How's your mind? Now, y'all have asked us about mental health before and what our feelings are on mental health, and I say that your mental health is just as important as your physical health, your spiritual health, and your financial health, your fiscal health. And therapy, a lot of times, is a bridge to those other things. And so our sponsor, BetterHelp, is here to help us with that and help you with that. And I know a lot of y'all don't believe in therapy. Y'all ain't got time for it. Can't nobody tell you how you feel. But that's not what BetterHelp is here to do. What BetterHelp does is that they have licensed professionals that help you understand why you're feeling the way you do and are able to walk you through those feelings and help you get to a better place or just to reassure you of where you already are. I'm in therapy myself, and I can tell you that it's working for me. So, why not give it a try? You can go to betterhelp.com/BGE pod. That's beta gamma epsilon pod for 10% off and get started with BetterHelp today.